Hello, I'm Robin Henning, and welcome to another Exchange Life Nugget of Truth. As we continue to teach through the idea of the spiritual battle and spiritual warfare, it really is important for us to understand the ground on which we stand. Where's our legal standing in this battle? Beloved, we fight from a position of victory. We have the high ground. We have the good ground on the battlefield. And the battle belongs to the Lord as He fights it through us. Jesus determined the outcome of the war with Satan on the cross. When He died and rose again, it was decided, it was finished. He said it's finished. It's over. The battle, the victory, the war, it's over. But now it's being played out here on earth as it is in heaven. When He ascended to heaven, Jesus sat down at the right hand of the Father, and the Father subjected all things under His feet and gave Him the authority in the name that is above all names, so that at the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, every knee will bow, every tongue confess that He is indeed Lord. Now, beloved, by virtue of our faith in Jesus, we are now placed into Him, and He is in us. He is where we go. We are where He is. We are seated at the right hand of the Father in a position of victory with the enemy subjugated to us. He is under our feet. We are stewards of the authority of the Lord Jesus Christ. As the disciples were given authority over the demonic realm pre-cross, we have been given authority over the demonic realm post-cross. And Satan doesn't want us to understand the authority that we now have in Jesus over his realm. He wants us to think that his realm doesn't influence us. It's not a threat. It's not relevant to our daily walk. But beloved, in Revelation chapter 12, verse 10, it tells us that he and his minions stand in the realms of heaven, the courtrooms of heaven, and accuse us all the time. They accuse us and look for excuses and permissions to harass us nonstop. Beloved, He hates us. He hates humanity, but He really hates Christians. He will do all that He can to sideline us out of the battlefield. He tries to convince us that He's not an issue. In fact, He doesn't want us to, He wants to fight each other. It's one of the ways He'll take us out. He wants us to indulge in license and get tripped up by the things of the flesh. He wants us struggling with anxiety, panic, and fear. He doesn't want us to understand that our battle isn't against flesh and blood. It is against the spiritual forces of darkness, and there are all kinds of ranks of entities out there. It is a very military rank system among the angelic realm as a whole, and among the fallen angelic realm that have chosen to ally themselves with Lucifer. But ultimately what he wants is for us to be afraid of him. Okay? Fear is his number one weapon against us to keep us sidelined. Oh, I'm afraid. I don't want to learn about spiritual warfare. Satan will attack me. Okay. Yeah, Satan may attack you, but guess what? You already have the victory. You already have the victory. Why wouldn't you want to experience the victory that is already yours? Why wouldn't I was going to slip into a football illustration. I'm not going to. Look, we already know the outcome. Why wouldn't you want to experience? All right, here's an example. I'm a Philadelphia sports fan. The Phillies are in the playoffs. What I have been doing to avoid the stress of being a Phillies fan is to tape the games. And so far they haven't lost any. But what I will do is I will check the score afterwards. I know some people think this is horrible. No, I don't want the stress. I just want to see the victory. So if they win, I enter into watching the game, the replay, and I experience the victory. It may not be live, but it is still, I am experiencing the victory that I've heard about. If we're not engaging in the battle, we're not going to experience the victory because we're not even in the battle. So here's the good news. Don't worry about the enemy attacking you. He should be worried about it. Why? Because you already have the victory. He doesn't want you to understand that. He wants you to think you're going up against him. No, it's you and Jesus. It's Jesus in you, through you, going up against him. The enemy has no countermeasure. So what does it really look like? And let me just give you a very rudimentary, basic approach. In Jude, it tells us that the angelic realm respected Lucifer. They understood him, and they said, the Lord rebuke you. If you know you're coming under attack, one of the shortest, most concise warfare prayers you can declare, and when you're doing warfare prayers, you do it out loud, because the enemy's not obligated to obey your thoughts. You don't have to be dramatic, but you do have to declare, in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. I encourage people, when at all possible, use his full title. Okay? Use his full title. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I rebuke you and command you to shut up and leave me alone. Okay? You're standing firm. You're resisting him. The Bible tells us if you resist the devil, he will what? He will flee. You stand firm. You don't give ground. Stand firm in your faith with the gospel shoes of peace. You stand firm. You rebuke him in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Point out to the shed blood of the Lamb. I rebuke you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ by the shed blood of the Lamb which has covered me. I am redeemed. You have no argument against me. I command you to depart from me. Go where Jesus sends you. That's a longer version. But the Lord Jesus Christ rebuke you. The simplest, shortest warfare prayer in the Scriptures. Okay? Beloved, the authority of Jesus belongs to you to exercise his will, to bring that which is being accomplished in heaven down here onto earth. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Satan has no authority over us. He is defeated. He doesn't want you to realize that. He wants you to be scared of him. We need to be strong. We need to be courageous. We need to know that God is with us, and he's already guaranteed the victory. It's already been accomplished. Stand firm in your faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. Don't give quarter to the enemy or any of his spirits of fear. Use the authority that God is giving you to rebuke him, to resist him, and he will flee. Beloved, that is so cool to see happen. I hope this has encouraged you. We're going to talk more about it in the weeks to come. So rejoice. Exercise the authority that God is giving you. Rebuke the enemy when he's coming at you with a spirit of fear or anxiety or bodily affliction. You name it. He will have to flee. Be blessed. Have a great week in Jesus. We'll see you next time.